We actually have Nemurelia today. We have a new take on Marincess with Ice Jade, and yes, that is Labyrinth taking out some new options. Alright, to the 34% of you that have not smashed the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so you guys don't miss out more on this content. Yes, we actually have Dreaming Nemurelia here today, so this is the one that lets you do some pretty cool things by essentially shaving off your extra deck here and getting the chance to kind of capitalize on some pretty cool effects here between Earlier and Coet. It's not exactly crazy, but I mean, Grand Manju is going to get some free eats off of this. So we have one copy of Alpha, the Master of Beast, 2 Dimension Shifter with 1 Pankratops, triple copies of Nemurelia, we have triple copies of Eater of Millions, 2 copies of Gamma Seal, triple copies of Gizmekarochi, triple copies of Grand Manju Diaiza, 1 Kumamungus, triple Maxi, we have 2 copies of Coet, 2 copies of Warrior, then we have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 Pot of Desires with triple Extravagance, and 2 Pot of Prosperity. That might look like a lot of confliction, but like, this deck doesn't really care all that much. We have 2 Regeki, triple copies of the Sweet Dreams of Memoria, and then the Sleeping Tower. Down in the next deck, you have 1 Lingeribo with 1 Zombie Vampire, 2 Juggernaut Labby with triple Gustav Max, 1 Dragublion, 1 Pain Gainer, 2 Super Dora, 1 Titanic, 1 Number 100, 1 Zeus, and 1 copy of Dingrisu here, wrapping up definitely one of the more interesting Grand Manju-esque base decks. If you ask me if I think that this is crazy good, I think it's fine. It's very fun at the end of the day. Now, this is Labyrinth. This is actually playing Vivid Tale. Target 1 card you control, return it to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard and target 1 face-up card you control, set this card, but banish it from this field. If you do, return that face-up card to your hand. I love recycling back all of my Labyrinth ladies here to continuously reuse these, or you can bounce back a Bite Steel back to your hand and reuse it to kind of punish your opponent. It's actually kind of interesting. But for the rest of this, you can activate the cards or the effects of cards, same name as the card that once had returned to your hand. Okay, that's fine. Like, no problemo. So, you're going to get a lot of normal trap cards, the deck here, and you're basically going to paralyze and punish your opponent. A little bit different of an action than we've really seen. I mean, obviously, Chaos Angel is the big, crazy card this deck guy, because you just, good old Stovey here gets to be a tuner, which kind of changes the aspect of things that you really expect from this deck. So, we have 1 Ariane, triple copies of Ariana. We have 1 Baldrake, 1 Drusworm, and 1 Magna Hut. Then you have 1 Labyrinth Archfiend, 1 copy of the Chandelier, 1 copy of the Cuckoo Clock, and 1 copy of Stovey. Then we have triple copies of Lady Labyrinth, 1 Lovely Labyrinth, 2 copies of Called by the Grave. We have 1 copy of Labyrinth, 1 copy of the Labyrinth Setup, 2 copies of Pot of Extravagance with the 1 Appointer. We have 1 Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch, triple copies of Big Welcome Labyrinth, triple Compulse, 1 Dimensional Barrier, 1 copy of the Farewell Welcome Labyrinth, 1 Lost One, 1 Stormy Mirror Force, 1 Terrors of the Overroot, 1 Torrential, 1 Vivid Tale, 1 Weight Measuring, and triple copies of Welcome Labyrinth. Down in the extra deck, you have the 1 Underworld Goddess, 1 News Reporter with 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Dahark with 1 Borrelstorm. We have 1 Borrelode, 1 Raider's Knight, 1 Baguska, 1 Zeus, 1 Kaiser, 1 Marksman King Tell, 1 Deuce, and then we have 1 Archivilium and 1 Chaos Angel. So here you got triple Lord, triple copies of Maxi, 1 Space Rock, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Deck Devi, 1 copy of good old Different Dimension Ground, and triple copies of Evenly Matched here. Wrapping up once again, kind of cool to see that, your one of trap cards that you can actually see and interact with in this deck are definitely interesting. Next up here is Bee Trooper, and we're playing Praying Mantis. Once per turn, when opponent's monster declares an attack, send 1 card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Return that opponent's monster to the hand. You can only use each of the following effects. During your standby phase, you can special summon 1 Baby Mantis token. Banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a Baby Mantis token. I just care that this banishes itself to summon a Baby Mantis token, right? Like, outside of that, like, everything else is just kind of big insect advantage with this. I also see we're playing the Guard Mantis. Oh my gosh. And of course, Grass Looks Greener shenanigans. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We have triple copies of the Albarest the Rapid Fire, 1 copy of Pin the Bullseye, triple copies of Sting the Poison, with 1 copy of Twin Bow the Attacker. We have 1 Assault Roller with triple copies of Scale Bomber, triple copies of Scout Buggy. We have triple copies of Sting the Lance, one Doomdozer with triple copies of Goki Pole. We have one Guard Mantis, one copy of the Mighty Neptune with one copy of Crawler Dendray. Oh my god, Crawler cards. One Receptor in triple Soma. I mean, I understand, like, Soma's an amazing card. We have triple Maxi, two Parasite Paranoid with one Praying Mantis, triple Resonance Insect, two Retaliating Sea, one Beargram with one Killer Needle. Then you have one Descent, one Formation, one Landing, two Called By, one Crossout, one Foolish Barrel, one Gold Sark, one Instafusion, two Grass, one Fly Instinct, and triple Rivalry. Then you get the one Trap Tricks, one Sprite Elf, one Papillion with one Almarash, triple copies of Pico Felinia, one Two Giant, one Cross Sheep, two Armor Horn, your one Herald the Charge, and then one of each of the big insects. Then you got triple Lancia, two Ghost Spell, triple Ghost Spell, triple Ogre, one Retaliating, one Feather Duster, one Lightning Storm, two Twin Twister, and one Red Reboot here, wrapping up. Some interesting stuff. Now, we're going to get into what we're going to call the Chronicles of Ice Jade, aka my Marincess deck now playing Ice Jade cards. So the Aggregane Ron here, so you can just go one other Ice Jade card or a water monster, special summon this card from your hand, then you can special summon a level 3 Ice Jade token. And while that token is in your monster zone, the player who special summoned it cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for water monsters. I mean, that's fine, but hey, that water token does not say that players special summon that token can only special summon water monsters. So we can actually climb up, right? And do some shenanigans with the water department. That's kind of cool. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joyspring, two copies of Droll and Lockbird with one Effect Veiler. We have one Ghost Bell with two Moonlit Chill, one Ogre with triple copies of Ron, triple copies of Blue Tang, one Mandarin with two Pascalis, triple copies of Seahorse, one Sleepy Maiden, and then we have triple Spring Girl with triple Maxi, one Space Rock, two Called By, one Crossout, one Battle Ocean, two Dive, one Gozen, triple Imperm, and one copy of the Wave. Then we have one Zelantis, one Splash Mage, two Sea Angel with one Marbled Rock, one Bubble Reef with one Coral Triangle, two Coral Anemone, two Blue Slug, one Argonaut, one Dweller, one copy of the Geimer, and then we have one copy of Dragite. Then you have two copies of Cosmic Cyclone, one Feather Duster, one Lightning Storm, one Raigeki, two Tasking, one Talents, two Anti-Scan, two Dimensional Barrier, two Evenly Matched, and one copy of Red Reboot here, wrapping up Marincess deck 1. Second Marincess deck here. Same thing here. A little bit of a change here. We don't have a side deck for this one, and once again, you still see that we are playing triple copies of the Ice Jade here. So a lot of free value being generated for this. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joyspring, two DD Crow with two Effect Veiler, one Ghost Bell. We have two Ghost Mourner with one Ghost Ogre, triple copies of Ron again, triple Blue Tang, your one Mandarin, two Pascalis with triple Seahorse, one Sleepy Maiden with triple Spring Girl, triple copies of Maxi with one Space Rock, two Called By, your one Crossout, your one Battle Ocean, two Dive, triple Imperm, and one Wave. Down the extract, one Zelantis, two Sea Angel, one Marbled Rock with one Bubble Reef, one Coral Triangle with two Coral Anemone, two Blue Slug, one Aqua Argonaut, one Abyssal, one Ching Ying, one copy of Geimer, and one copy of Dragite here, wrapping up your second Marincess list. Yeah, seeing two Marincess lists this week playing this is so cool to me. And last deck we have today is Numeron. Not just kidding. It's a nice little refresh here for Kashira. The OCG Kashira deck is in shambles, man. Like, they've had to make so many subpar decisions in order to keep this deck still going. And it's so interesting. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyspring, two Dimension Shifter with one Fenrir, we have two Ogre, we have triple copies of Rise Heart with one Unicorn, your triple Maxi with your two Planet Pathfinder, two copies of the Scareclaw, one Tier Elements, and then we have two Called By the Grave, one Crossout Designator with triple Dark Ruler, two copies of Birth, we have triple Papayas, one copy of Necro Valley, we have two Pot of Prosperity with one Parios, one Rictophobia, one Rhoda with one Terraforming, one Big Bang, and your one Preparations. Extra deck, of course, is one Goliath with one Dagger, one Flare Metal with one Diabolsis, two copies of Big Eye, one Dracosac, two Shangri-La, two Arise Hearts, one Zeus, one Dark Armed Dragon, the Dragon of Annihilation. You got one Dark Enthelion, and one copy of Baron de Fleur here, wrapping up some very interesting stuff this week. Like I said, I think the Ice Jade thing was the thing that caught me most off guard. Very happy to see, like, different little innovation and things there for the future. So what do you guys think about this week's decks? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.